Hey guys, welcome to Chat with KST. It's your girl Kay, and today we're going to be discussing Chrisean Rock and Blueface. But before we do jump into it, I do want to advise our YouTube family that this is indeed a podcast, and being that it is a podcast, there won't be much of any visuals on the screen. But let's jump into it. Blueface and Chrisean Rock. Now, recently, Chrisean Rock has been filming with Zeus, the network, to collect all the data from her pregnancy, collect and document everything that's been going on with her in her pregnancy. Now, that is perfectly fine for them to do that, and I hope she's having a lot of fun with that. But recently, a sentimental message was posted on Instagram where she just shared all of what she's been going through, right? And feeling as though, the pregnancy was planned, but then even though the pregnancy was planned, Blueface wanted to back out and she wanted to see if she could possibly potentially have an abortion, but she was too far along for that, and going through all these different obstacles and hurdles, which I personally feel like, is just the obstacles and hurdles of life. Feeling as though you guys plan something, you and your partner plan something, and then suddenly, the one person wants to back out, and now you're left with making a decision, a permanent one at that, for both of you, right? But anyway, she had to keep the baby allegedly, and because of that, Blueface kind of got upset. He was like, I don't care, or whatever the case may be. You know how Blueface could be, not very nonchalant and all of that. He's like, I don't care about your sob stories, or whatever the case may be. So that's how he was on the internet, what he had tweeted out. And this is what Chrisean Rock had to say. Let me read it for you guys, just so that I won't be misconstrued in what she said. She says, I'm not them, I'm Chrisean. She says, F everybody that got an issue with me. F a weird nigga that likes to tweet about a female he says I love you to every day. We gave each other the space, now let me be. She said, niggas ain't got a sob story, it's a testimony, and if I want, I can tell it how I want to tell it. And she just kind of just continues on to say, like, she doesn't want to be disrespected by Blueface anymore, and to stop subbing her. If they're broken up, basically, allegedly. So I just feel like this is where Kay's commentary is stepping in now. I just feel like these two, they do this a lot, where they do the back and forth on the internet. Now, I know that they're going to have arguments and they're going to have fights, but because it's been an internet relationship, we now have to go through all the arguments and the fights that they have. Now that they're bringing a child into the world, do I think this breakup is permanent between Chrisean Rock and Blueface? Absolutely not. We're going to see them again, being happy, being healthy, being together again. We've seen the fights before. We've seen all of this stuff before. I don't think this is a permanent breakup. I think they're just mad at each other right now, and we're just witnessing the blows of that. I just feel like, in general, because there's a baby entering into the world, we have to realize when we're making permanent decisions on temporary emotions. Whereas 1 minute you're planning a child, next minute you're not planning a child, and he wants to back out of the decision, and you want to have an abortion. You understand what I'm saying? You want to just make sure that when you're experiencing the high highs and the low lows, that you're making the decisions that are beneficial to both of you. But nonetheless, I want to hear what you guys think on YouTube, so share your thoughts and comments down below. And if you listen to this through Apple Podcasts or Spotify, I'll talk with you next time. Laters.